Yeah, see?
Yeah,
that sounds better. It sounds better. Yeah.
You're good, Tastes.
In the bottom left starting location, we have
Slayers YugiOh.
Slayers YugiOh. I like that haircut. In the upper right, his opponent from the site TeamLiquid.net. He is
Liquid Zenio.
You know, I gotta say something right now. Both players went 9 Overlord. It's really refreshing. I think that's the first time I've seen 2 Korean players go 9 Overlord against each other in ZVZ. They like never got the memo over here that that's the best economical opening for ZVZ. Everyone does things like extractor tricks.
Do you know why? Because I think somebody who played StarCraft 1, and the extractor trick was actually appropriate.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know at home, the extractor trick is where if you're at 10 of 10 supply, you can make an extractor, and now you're at 9 of 10. And while that extractor's making, you make a drone, now you're at 10 of 10 again, then you cancel the extractor, and suddenly you're at like 11 of 10. Or 10 of 11? 11 of 10, all right. Didn't think I was going to make it through that, Artosis.
No, it's fine. Math, Tasteless, don't do it.
Don't do it. Never do math on TV, guys. That's actually one of the rules about being on TV. Never on live unscripted TV do you do math. At the bottom here, you can see nobody is actually having an easy time on this map. 3 losses for YugiOh, 1 win and 2 losses for Zenio. Well, that's actually, we don't normally have stats like that. Normally
someone's stats are going to greatly improve after this game.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's going to be, it looks like a Speedling expansion against a Hatch first expansion. And, you know, both are completely fine. Zenio playing a much safer game this time. Making his 4 lings, getting his speed, taking him off gas, getting the queen. So he's going to go down and expand. And just to give you guys a little heads up about what you're about to see. Basically, when Zenio expands, he's eventually going to have to just blindly make a Baneling Nest, because the fact that YugiOh got that hatchery first, if he were to go pure Speedlings, and Zenio doesn't have a Baneling Nest ready, then he could get overrun. Now, it's a longer map, so it's a little bit hard to do. The odds of YugiOh actually trying something like that, very low, because everyone knows, hey, you have to get a Baneling Nest with this Speedling expand.
So they're going to keep on droning up. Ling speed, almost done here for Zenio. YugiOh with a little bit more of an economical opener. Zenio seems to trust aggression as the way to steer the game.
Yeah. And, you know, I do like Speedling expands. Hatch first actually is more my cup of tea, but the Speedling expand, it's pretty safe. Sometimes you can get a little bit of aggression on, as you said.
Yeah.
You know, it gives for good scouting, gives some map control, and it's hard for them to figure out exactly. They're like, is he going to all in? Is he just going to expand? They really have to be careful with their overlords to check that out.
Now, as you can see, Zenio wins. Oh my God! All right. We're going to skip that stat. The Lings are coming towards it, but the Queens are here to take out those Lings. Ooh. Now the Lings are kind of stuck here. I think at least one more should be killed. Okay, no, and now more than one more, because he didn't quite get out of there in time.
He does kill a drone, though, which is pretty nice. He has made a lot more Speedlings. In fact, he's continuing to make Speedlings.
Looks like he wants to finish this.
Yeah, and in fact, he's got quite a few Speedlings out, I have to say. I'm surprised he's actually making this many. In fact, he's going pure Speedling. There's no Baneling Nest or anything. He's not even mining gas. He's just going pure Speedling right now, which is very odd because YugiOh actually has better production, but he's caught another YugiOh queen. YugiOh does not like his queens. He does not protect them.
This time it was Zenio activating the trap card.
Yeah, man. Zenio actually just picking off drones left and right at the natural, killing off everything. YugiOh just continually gets out of position. And YugiOh now throwing up a Baneling Nest, but already a ton of damage has been done.
And, you know, Zenio can't stop doing this.
He's killed 10 workers, Tasteless.
Really?
10! He's killed 10.
I am actually so surprised. I knew he was killing some. I didn't think it was going to be that many. Now getting some more Zerlings. The workers once again losing mining time.
YugiOh needs to stop putting drones at his natural, I have to say.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that. He can have all of them in his main, and he still won't be super saturated.
Yeah.
He'll be still working just as efficient.
Well, he just needs to keep them from dying right now. That's all what Zenio's really banking on here. If there's, and again, a queen out of position. God.
Queens are dying.
Yeah. YugiOh needs to really work on his positioning a bit. If you just keep it near the spine crawler on the other side, that's going to be an overcommittal of Zenio to run in there. So, but he keeps sending them to the other side. He keeps sending drones out for Zenio to be able to possibly kill. And after all is said and done, Zenio 28 drones, YugiOh 30. So close on the drone count. And the drones killed, 11 drones killed, as well as a queen by Zenio. And realistically, not that many drones had to die. He could have definitely saved some if he kept them in his main until he had stabilized completely. And of course, that queen could have still been alive. But now we're at a much more even game than we could have been at if YugiOh had played more safely when he saw that many speedlings.
All right, well, you know, a lot of drones are being cranked out here, and I have to say, Yu-Gi-Oh's base is actually looking a little bit better. I mean, that's a lot of drones, almost a perfect saturation. Uh-oh. I'm gonna shoo this Overlord out of here.
Is that what the queen sounds like?
That's what the queen sounds like. It's like,
sorry, YugiOh.
sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm going to leave. Stop throwing stuff at me. Oh, he's at the queen.
Oh, man.
Oh, that queen is going to be pissed.
Zenio went to great lengths to try to get that Overlord, and now the Overlord is taunting him.
Yeah.
Waving his Overlord tentacles.
That Overlord's having an existentialist crisis.
He's giving that
live his
queen
life before he
the
does.
middle tentacle, man.
Oh my god, the Overlord actually got away. The Overlord actually...
God. And now Zerglings are coming around to kill it.
This
Zenio.
is so bad for Zenio.
Oh my
He never
God.
even got the Overlord.
And that queen is going to die with 50 energy. That's painful. And now the Lings get to run in and scout everything. Oh, man. Zenio, everything has gone wrong suddenly. After everything going just so right. Well, right now, YugiOh is actually getting a Spire Tasteless while taking a third. I like this style. I like it.
I'm under the impression that Zenio's going to do the same thing. Unless...
It looks like he's actually
never
going
mind, I just saw Infestor Pit, on the tab.
So Spire versus Infestor. Now, this is one of the coolest battles in the game is 3-base Turtle Infestor against Spire. You can negate it a little bit, the mutas. You can really make them much less worthwhile. And in fact, he's going to scout that. So Zenio should know that if he just spores very well, gets a few Hydras out, works on his Infestor count, makes sure he's really well saturated, then he can create a timing where it's going to be very difficult for you to hold it. But look at this. Beautiful move with these speedlings. Roach is coming down to try to defend. Can he force a cancel?
Yeah, he absolutely can, and he did.
Ooh, very well done. In fact, besides he'll bruise the roaches, then run away.
Oh, try to sneak one changeling in there.
Queens can smell if it's their changeling.
I know.
A mile away. All right. So, at the moment, Zenio going to lose an Overlord, unfortunately.
Let's see if he,
Mutas are on the way. Infestors are on the way as well. Spore crawlers all over the place.
Both of them are playing pretty well right now, with the exception of that one, Overlord that didn't die to the Queen.
Yeah. Right now we have 59 drones against 47 with YugiOh in the lead.
Supplies are dead even.
Very close to each other. But, of course, Roaches and Infestors aren't going to have the easiest time walking across a map this big against Mutas. You can do things like attack with a couple Mutas, like spread out, so that it takes more than one fungal, and just start targeting down Infestors, and then they're going to panic and either throw down Infested Terrans or, try to fungal and throw down Infested Terrans, and you're going to use up a lot of their energy very quickly. And then they spent all this gas for naught. The Mutas are going to just destroy any Roaches.
Oh, Link's going to get one Infestor, and the Infestor does barely get away.
Well done there.
Had that one Infestor gotten hit, that would have been huge. That's the thing about Infestors. They're so strong, but they die so quickly.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of hit points, that's for sure. Well, right now, how many Mutas are we going to actually see? YugiOh already getting his transition going. In fact, he has just 5 Mutas before his switch. He's going right into Roach, getting his Infestor upgrades as well. Drone count still strongly in his favor, 74 to 60. That's about all the drones he's going to need this game.
And, by the way, I believe that's what NST believes to be the ideal amount of drones, correct?
Yeah,
so between 60 and 70?
Yeah, he doesn't really like to get up 80 drones. Feels like it's quite a waste. And a lot of these battles are won by slim margins, so those few extra spellcasters in there definitely can make the difference. I love the constant changeling drops to try to get in there, scout, just see what's going on.
You know what's funny is I remember when I first saw the changeling, it was going to be in StarCraft 2, I said to myself, There's no way that that'll actually be used at the pro level. People are just too good. They're going to kill it right away. In fact, it gets used every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's actually great.
You know, you have that energy. Especially with the way the Overseer is now, Contaminate is so expensive, it kind of makes sense that we see changelings at least tried, especially in ZVZ, where you have so many Zerglings oftentimes, you're just not going to notice.
All right, here come the Infestors now.
And wow, these Roaches for some reason fighting against Roach Muta.
All right, the Infestors are now moving out.
And in fact, YugiOh is going to have +2 range when Zenio only has +1. That's kind of crazy, man. But a lot of Infestors out on his side.
All right, he should not be going up there. That would be the worst funnel ever to be stuck in.
Yeah, that would be a pretty bad
fungled in, yeah. Fungled in a funnel?
Yeah, that would not be any fun. Right now we have more Roaches for YugiOh, more drones for Zenio by just 3.
Nice fungle there, but gotta be careful. You don't want your Infestors get fungled. Dropping a few Infested Terrans are forced to cancel there. Note the 4th base right now is being taken here at the upper left for YugiOh. A few Roaches going around to counterattack here. You can see both players, guys, are really cautious about engaging each other.
Well, one wrong engagement when Infestors are in play and everything can just go sour. We have, right now, Zenio's army is simply better. And that was a beautiful fungal, I have to say.
That was really nice.
This was actually a gigantic fungal.
And he got to clean that up. Now the Mutas are over here.
Yeah, they're
I don't
doing a
see
good job,
fungals on the Mutas just yet. And look at that nice Muta spread there.
Yeah, but they are being annoying. You have to keep fungling them. Infestors no longer as good against Mutas as they once were.
I don't know if he should be burning his Mutas like this.
You know, I think he just wants to use up the supply for other units. At this point, you know, it's getting a little bit shaky in these battles.
That's true.
In fact, both of them making about 20 Roaches at once right now. YugiOh is staying ahead on upgrades, but, in fact, he did kill off some Infestors, which is a huge deal. Right now, both of them have 7 Infestors, so that's pretty important to tie that up. And we have +3 ranged for YugiOh, which is just so impressive that he's getting that up, like, right now. So he has that hive out.
All right, nice. Fungals over here on Zenio's army. Zenio getting YugiOh, getting the fungals off first. The angle, though, not that good here for him. With the Infested Terrans now popping out. The Infestors going down. Too many Roaches here from Zenio. And right as I say that, more Roaches coming here from YugiOh. And it looks like Zenio is going to be maybe driven out.
It looks like with these Infested Terrans coming up, they're going to help out a little bit, but not enough. Down goes that hatchery. And YugiOh may want to run away with his Infestors now. Let those Roaches die off. He did.
But we missed this.
Oh, boy.
Well, this is actually much more even than I had initially perceived it to be.
In fact, look at this. 64 drones to 68. Zenio slightly in the lead there. 31 drones for Zenio. 34 Roaches against 31 Roaches, and then 5 Infestors against 3, so it's extremely close. And in fact, basically, things like Spine Crawlers will change battles completely at this point. That's how
like
close they
watching
are.
Solid Snake fight Liquid Snake.
That's, yeah. Which one's Liquid Snake? Is it Liquid Zenio?
It's Zenio, because he's blue.
Oh, and he's Liquid.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's actually a very easy question because he's on Team Liquid, yeah.
But, you know, one thing I do want to point out is Zenio only has +1 range attack. He does have +2 and +1 armor on the way, but we already have 2-1 for YugiOh with +3 about to finish. And, oh my god, 18 Hydras going to production for Zenio. If he engages before those Hydras are out, that would be the greatest tragedy.
Looks like nobody's going to have a third base for a little bit. I think both players actually are unsure of who's ahead right now.
Yeah, it's
kind of a weird game.
It's a funky situation.
I mean, you have to have very good instinct and have a very good read on just RTS games in general to be able to play through this situation. Now, looks like Zenio's decided he has the lead, and he does, because he's moving off creep with Hydras. If you're off of creep with Hydras, because they're slow, you can't actually recruit from anything.
Well, I gotta say, he's maxed, and we only have 167 for YugiOh, so YugiOh's in a world of hurt right now. He's in a world of trouble, man. And he does fungal those Hydras, and then a lot of other stuff, but oh man, this is not gonna go well. Those Hydras still alive, still getting a lot of damage
and they're not even being hit right now. He's running, but now he's gonna go and go straight towards the base center. He's actually in 2 locations at once, really indicating how confident he is in this. If he can fungal those Hydras enough in the bag to the point where nothing can do the damage to the Spine Crawlers, he might be able to hold this.
Yeah, absolutely. There is the possibility of that. YugiOh's still trying to make more units. He has a lot of Roaches in production right now. Still his economy decent, so if he can crush this attack by Zenio, he might be in okay shape, but again, it's getting quite hard. Zenio's being very smart pulling back for a moment.
The
sick snipe right there on that Infestor. Still, though, the Hydras are alive. YugiOh has pulled back into a slightly more defensive position while he waits for his reinforcements.
I think YugiOh can hold this, actually.
He might.
Maybe.
He might.
Uh-oh. I was going to say, I think he should just actually target down the hatch right now. It's going to be 2-base to 4-base. All right. Oh, he's attacking elsewhere now.
Yes, indeed he is, but there are Spine Crawlers to slow that down a little bit. Extra hatches there as well. Right now, Zenio is out reproducing, getting a ton of units, and that set of attacks was not as effective as Zenio wanted for sure. But actually, YugiOh's army going in the wrong direction. He's got to be careful there. Losing even one free roach at this point is bad.
Yeah, YugiOh is basically hanging on by a thread here. All right, here he comes down. Now remember, this location, as big as this battle is over here on the right, it's the battle on the left.
Oh, man.
That's going to really decide this. Because if he gets this hatchery...
And it looks like he will. That's a huge move right there. In fact, Yugi has to run away from the center battle as well.
Yeah, truth is, I don't think he can actually defend this upper left location. It's too obscure. Zenio can actually keep this army boxed in over here. Whoa, that was the sickest fungal I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was pretty darn good. And he doesn't get the next fungal off. Oh, there you go. Very nice fungal there. That's going to allow Zenio to kill off some of those.
I think Zenio wins.
Yeah, Zenio just keeping his supply up. His production is much higher at this point with those extra
holding
bases.
the Arky down this entire time.
That's right, man. That's what you got to do.
And I think the killing blow. Excuse me. Well, either we missed it or it was killed, or I'm crazy, but I thought there was a base of the upper left that was retaken after it was killed. But I guess he killed it. He must have sniped it. So yeah, it's 2-base for 4-base. And the 4-base player Zenio is going up to 5.
Yeah,
that is in a mirror match.
Come get me,
Yeah.
And in fact, YugiOh helping him right now by dropping creep in the center of the map with Overlord.
Yeah, I wonder why he's doing that.
He's like, hey, do you want to move quicker?
You want to move more quickly so you can hit my expansions? Zenio's like, well,
he's trying
are you sure? He's like, no, good.
He's trying to trick Zenio right now into bringing Hydras out to kill the Overlords, which are giving him an advantage. And here they come. He's tricked him, tasteless. YugiOh's played the trap card. Unfortunately, it's not very effective in this situation.
Yeah, it looks like with it, Zenio taking the 5th base, he's actually saying to YugiOh, go ahead, attack me. Just try to attack me. Obviously, YugiOh is smart enough to not do that. So now Zenio's going to go ahead and move in here.
Well,
and
this
should be it, I believe, guys.
Watch this view. Fungal at the geyser. Most roaches for YugiOh not even attacking. Most roaches for Zenio are attacking. That is simple math. Most against least. Zenio, you win, sir.
Yeah, really well done here by Zenio. 2-0. He was a very dominant player in both games, and clearly he deserves to be a little bit closer to moving on a little bit higher up here in the Code S.
Yeah,
nice.
That's
fungal
quite
on the
a fungal right there, Gaseless. I would throw another one there just for giggles.
For giggles and wiggles?
Giggles and wiggles, man. That's what I'm all about. Well, YugiOh is going to leave this game very shortly. He's barely mining. He knows he's dead.
He knows he's lost. Seen that he's at 65 supply, and also seen the completed 5th base here.
Yeah.
From,
he knows it's 5 bases against
BG.
Nothing.
Well, Zenio busting out of his booth.
That's right. He's a happy man. Taking down that guy. Slayer's YugiOh. YugiOh will be going back down to Code A.
I guess he's thinking, I don't have to do ZVZ anymore.
He's like, I don't want to be demoted to the Joey League. Sorry, YugiOh. That may happen.
You call it the Joey League?
The Joey League, man, yeah.
That is so
Joey
funny.
YugiOh, man.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Code A is clearly the Joey League.
It's the Joey League.
It's like, yeah, I see
it's
you guys are
also
pretty
the Snarf
good.
League. Remember?
Yeah.
Code A is the Snarf League.
Well, actually, nowadays it's so good. It used to totally
maybe
be the
Code
Snarf
B is
League.
Snarf League.
Maybe. But anytime I think of Code B, I think of Younghwa just sitting there being like, why can't I get in here? Oh well. All right, so Zenio against MMA is going to come up next. I bet people are excited for that.
I think MMA is still the favorite. I think he's by far the favorite in this group, and I would expect him to win. But
yeah,
then again, we haven't seen Zenio play in a while.
Yeah, that's true. From time to time, Zenio truly impresses with his ZVT. He's been off and on with it, but every now and then I'm like, oh, that's good ZVT. But still, I mean,
he's one of our veteran players. He's been around since the beginning.
Yes, he's been around forever. He's an old guy.
He's like
50 years old as far as StarCraft 2 goes.
Yeah. He's really old in dog years. When you think about it, yeah.
It's like 3,000 dog
Yeah,
years.
3,000, yeah. Well, we're going to go on to game number 3 in a little bit here. We'll be taking a break shortly, but when we come back, we're going to have another Sick TVZ, so please stay tuned.